Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode. I'm calling it another episode even though we've changed the name of the show. We are no longer under wraps, but we are ForFightsSake. Yes, you heard it right. FFS. Not for sake, but for fight's sake. And as usual, I've got my homie Ryan and I've got my homie Tabang with me. Unlike our previous one, we will be discussing boxing, MMA, and jiu-jitsu tournaments. So we've got the whole spectrum, man. You guys want to hear everything. Anything that has to do with the guy landing a punch and some guy potentially getting knocked out. Hell, who knows? We might include slap fighting. Who knows? But anyway, if it has to do with someone getting knocked out, we'll be discussing it here. So straight into it. Let's go. What up, fellas?
Hey, what's up, guy?
Let's go.
Yo,
What's happening, bro?
Yeah,
What you got
man.
for us? What you got for us? I hear there's some hectic news in the jiu-jitsu field, bro. What's happening?
Well, look, unfortunately, it's not hectic. It is a little disappointing. Gordon Ryan out again for a few months due to health conditions. Oh, man. Unfortunately,
Is it the same? Is it the same condition or is it a new one this time?
So from what I read briefly, he had some sort of infection in his throat. It swelled up quite a bit. He was in hospital for quite a while. They couldn't get the swelling down. They had him on multiple courses of antibiotics back to back. I think it was for nearly a month straight, just pill after pill after pill. And of course, all of that then flares up the dude's stomach issues. So, yeah, apparently he went in for surgery a day or two ago. And yeah, so unfortunately, from what he said, he's going to be out for a few months, just getting healthy. Then he'll still have to get back into shape. And then we could only see him compete, which is really
How old is he
unfortunate.
now?
Look, he's still young. I think he's about a year older than me, so he should be 27, 28, somewhere there. I must actually check. I think he's 28 or 27. Yeah.
And that's my good friend.
Yeah, ask your
Google.
good friend Google. I'm not sure. I know he's very close in age to me. But yeah, look, so in the grand scheme of his career, since he plans on being competitive into his 40s, this is something he has time to get over. I mean, most athletes only hit their prime around 32 anyway. So, and for jiu-jitsu, it tends to be slightly later on occasion as well. So it's not too bad. It's not careers over in your prime or anything. So hopefully we get to see him come back, because I think it would be very disappointing if we didn't get to see him again. I mean, the guy's built such a name. He's competed so well. He's achieved so much. And being as young as he is.
No?
Yeah, 27. Yeah, no. So it would be pretty disappointing. I mean, that would have been like losing Mike Tyson at 25.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no. But look, other than that, last week there was another Who's Number One event headlined by Nicolas Maragali, and he took on Pedro Mourinho. It was a gi match. Went pretty well. The card happened in Oklahoma, which they also had the... Oh, geez, I'm forgetting his name now. Rafael Lovato Jr. on. Hometown boy for Oklahoma, so that was a big showing. He had a fantastic performance. Won by rear naked choke submission a couple minutes in. Yeah, no, man. It was a good card in general. Those Who's Number One cards have been really big in the jiu-jitsu game professionally. Really giving these guys more events to compete in, so we can really see them. And with Flow Grappling streaming most of that, if not all of that, Yeah, man, it's just amazing. It's just growing the sport so quickly.
Wait, where can the people watch it, bro?
Yeah, so most of the events you can watch on Flow Grappling. There's a sign-up fee. Obviously, you can watch things live. I know I got it to watch last year's ADCC event. That was fantastic, and they do a good job. I mean, particularly for these big tournament-style events, they have cameras on multiple mats, so you don't have to watch one match over next one and run through the entire matchup list for the day.
That's dope.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And I believe there is a function, not that I've tried it out myself, but there's apparently a function where you can watch multiple mats at the same time, which is really cool, man. I mean, you put that up on the big screen, that could be quite the event to host at your house, man.
True that.
I think maybe next time, man. Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. They have really great matchups, all sorts of matches. They've had no time limit matches. They've had gi, no gi, and really cover all bases. It's really awesome.
Yeah, those no time limit matches are crazy, bro.
Dude, I remember I was watching the one event. I think they were going for more than 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Dude, man.
That was fun. That was happening. I think Ryan Gordon was on the main stage and was happening on the side.
Oh, and yeah.
He said it had started when the tournament started, and those guys were still going at it.
Dude.
Hours later.
Yeah, oh no. It's amazing. It's something hectic to watch. I mean, look, it's a little hard because it's difficult to watch one fight for 3 hours.
Sure.
But like, it's crazy, man. So they got something for everyone, because you got a couple of those purists that are like, if you just keep rolling,
yeah,
and until someone gets submitted, and not worry about a scorecard, that it's somehow more pure, which I could understand. But I mean, it's got something for that. It's got the guys that like the submission only stuff in a certain time limit, guys that like the old school rules with points and all. It's really cool. Yeah, man. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, people should get into it, man.
I'm telling you, particularly with jiu-jitsu slowly becoming a bit of a bigger sport here in South Africa. Oh, it's going to be awesome, man. Also give guys perspective for what the top people are doing while
do we have any South Africans there, bro?
Oh, do we? Yeah, I believe we have Luke Griffiths. He's training with the New Wave, with John Danaher and Gordon Ryan, Big Dan Monosoros, to name a few. It's really cool. I mean, one of our guys here, we haven't really had many South Africans compete on the big stages in whatever combat sport. So it's really awesome that we're now starting to be represented in multiple fields.
Cool.
You know.
I agree, bro.
Yeah, so because it lets people know, like, oh shit, someone from here. I mean, not even just someone from here, someone from Joburg, man. Like that's awesome, bro. Like chances are, if you're on the scene, you probably cross paths with him locally. Yeah,
I mean that's the joys of having someone from this side, bro. That's always the upside. I mean, I guess that's why Drickus and Adesanya and Usman are going for it, about the whole Africa debate, right?
Yeah, man. Yes.
Wait.
Oh, jeez, man, that's such.
Is this what we're doing now?
No, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
We're doing now?
Nah, not at all.
Hey,
but
man,
I'm just saying.
Let's get into it, man.
But I'm just saying, there's a reason why these guys, after winning, they go back to their countries, right? They'll go back to Nigeria because they want the Nigerian kids to feel that same thing you're talking about, of having a champion and you having possibly the chance to be a champion just by seeing him and believing, right?
Yeah. Look, before we even go into this whole Drickus, what, I'm like, let's let people live wherever the fuck they want to live, right?
100%.
Like people should live. If you want to go live in Hollywood, go live in Hollywood. It's nice, Amos, and that's your preference. Like no one should say, yeah, because you're a champion and then you came from there, then you must. Nah, like I think let's focus on people kicking each other and choking each other out.
Yeah, look, I'll be honest. Like the whole thing
It's petty.
Yeah,
petty.
dude, it's all just petty stuff.
But I mean, guys, it's what builds the fight, right?
Yeah, look, unfortunately,
it's the wrong way.
But I mean, if you're drickers,
but
if you're drickers, bro, and you know that you're not necessarily in the guy's good books, and there's something that you need to bring to the table that's just more than, just knocking out the guys and looking like, it's a tough one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm trying to say, is that's what these guys are going on about, bro. And that's what it is. But it is a bit petty.
I say, as fight fans, we shouldn't care about what happens outside the ring, right?
Yeah, look,
because what makes us fight fans is the technique that these guys have inside the fucking ring, right?
Yeah.
For me, the things outside.
Hey man, things are changing, bro. UFC just signed with WWE, bro. The storyline matters now, dog.
Hey, dude, if you get knocked out, the storyline doesn't matter. You can, write whatever book. You're always gone, bro.
Cool, 100%. But look at the rivalry between Adesanya and Pereira, bro. Just that is
but you see,
seen as petty.
No.
That went full on petty,
all
bro.
of that is no. All of that is fight related.
How?
All of that pettiness, the Pereira, Adesanya. Which one are you talking about?
No, but that's not fair. How do you? So you want to tell me you wouldn't like to have a South African champion? Never mind Africa, but South African champion.
Yeah.
Of course,
it's part of the fight business, bro.
What does that have to do with anything?
Bro, firstly, okay, it might not have a lot to do with much, but the reason why Dana White's not considering South Africa and he's considering Nigeria is because he has way more fighters and champions coming out of Nigeria than he is out of South Africa. It plays a big role, right?
Yeah, but he didn't go and get them from Nigeria, though.
100%.
You know what I mean? Adesanya was not in Nigeria when he went into the UFC. Ngannou was not in Nigeria. None of them were in Nigeria when they came into the UFC. Okay. You know what I mean? So if it was a South African that was already living in Atlanta or LA or whatever, then he just happens to be a fighter. He becomes a champion. Sure, I'm happy that someone from here or who was born here and now lives there is a champion, right? There's that the patriotism situation that happens. But look, I'm not gonna support a bad fighter because he's South African.
Yeah, but don't call Drickers a bad fighter. It's not what you're doing, right? That's not what you're doing, right? Please, bro, we don't want Ryan overheating and crying on the show. Please, bro.
He's gonna.
It's not that deep, man. Relax.
Yo, but wait, but for reals though, I wasn't talking about Drinkers. I like the
I'm
dude.
I'm just kidding.
I think he's clumsy, but he's a good dude.
Hey, but that's we're moving to MMA now. We're moving to MMA.
We're already inside MMA. What are you talking about?
We're moving. Look, since you guys want to start the controversy, right? Let's start on the boxing side.
Oh.
Because right behind you is an outdated poster, but for some reason you still have it up there. Why is that, by the way?
Yo,
what happened in that fight?
Now,
what happened?
I'm not sure. The week after.
What happened is what I said would happen. I'm just saying.
The biggest robbery I've seen this year. Oh no, actually, the biggest robbery I've seen in the last 3 weeks, because Rolly Romero kind of took the cake there. But Lomachenko versus Haney, close fight, sure. And some people scored it a draw. Some people scored it 7-5 for Loma. Actually, Shakur Stevenson, that's the first thing that he said. He said Loma won the fight, right? And the crowd was booing Haney the whole fucking time, even as he was walking out of the ring. And people were cheering when
That's not
Lomachenko
fair.
was talking. No,
Shakur's gonna say that. He's gonna say that because he's been eyeing Haney for a while.
No, oh no. You see, actually, if he was eyeing Haney, he would have agreed with the scores. Because
Maybe he
he
finds
becomes
Loma being the older guy an easier target.
no. But then
I'm-
see, in reality, the judges have scored it for Haney. So
Yes,
it doesn't
but
serve
now-
him. It doesn't serve him saying that after the fact. Does it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. 100%. But
Because he gets to fight Haney.
yes, okay, sharp, Charlie. But here's my point, right? I watched that fight,
Mhm.
right? And I get that you're saying it's a robbery. Perhaps you're right. But
No, but it's
like
not
you
me
said,
that's saying it though.
no, listen, you were mentioning the fans were booing. The fans have nothing to do with it, bro, right? It's the judges at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. I watched that fight, right?
Mhm.
Loma landed way more shots, granted. Sharp. But in all honesty, Haney threw way more powerful shots than Loma.
The
Do you know what
body
I
shots.
mean? Yeah, the body shots for sure, 100%. But he did, as much as he didn't throw
That's
more.
the only place he outlanded Loma though.
Yes, but those were power shots. Like Loma didn't show any sign of knocking out Haney, but Haney showed signs of knocking out Loma.
When?
Like
Not knocking out.
not
like,
knocking out, but
like hard punches for sure. Yeah.
hard punches. But like we didn't expect. When I was watching that fight, I didn't expect Loma to knock out Haney. But I was expecting Haney could possibly, throughout the rounds, land a haymaker that could put Loma down. But I didn't see that happening for Loma. As soon as the match started, I knew that the only way that Loma could win this fight was if he was a volume fighter, of which he is, right?
Yeah. So, but then, what are you judging the fight on then?
The fact that it was so close was made by the fact that as much as Loma threw volume, Haney threw power. You understand?
But
So
how does Haney win
it
if
blurred
he
the
punched
lines.
less?
It blurred the lines with those body shots mainly. Those blurred the lines big time. I'm not saying that Loma didn't deserve to win that fight. I also think that. All I'm saying is what blurred the line was the fact that Haney was overpowering Loma whenever he did go forward. Loma did have center. He had center of the ring, 100%. But whenever Haney went in, you would hold your breath. But when Loma went in, you were expecting to see combos, in and out, in and out.
Yeah. So for each one of Haney's punches, there were about 2 or 3 from Loma.
Yes, for each one of Haney's powerful punch.
Yes, there's 2 or 3 from Loma.
Yes.
Right. So
which,
are we saying that's like?
But Charlie, if those 3 of 3-1, if you're looking at that ratio, shouldn't then Haney's face should have been peppered up, bro?
It was.
It wasn't really peppered up, bro.
It was.
Nah, it wasn't really peppered up, dog.
It was.
Like the way you're saying
he wasn't bleeding, but
yeah,
he was swollen. He was nicely swollen up everywhere.
But Haney didn't even have to move a lot. He just had to block because he knew that Loma's punches were gonna come in bunches and not in power. See what I did
and
there?
they and
I'm trying
and
not
they
to
got
give it
him
to you.
and they got him. So
They
look,
got him.
if you go with the number of punches landed, Loma won the fight. Right? If you go with sentiment, that says maybe Loma should have gotten to a point where he almost knocks out Haney. That's another line of thinking, right? I'm not saying either one of them is right, but it should have been at least a draw.
Sure, 100%. But
Yeah.
also,
And hold on, before I lose this thought,
mhm.
it should have been a draw and an immediate mandatory rematch. Now Haney is brushing off Loma. He doesn't want none of that smoke anymore.
Yeah, because he noticed that smoke was nothing he had ever faced in the ring before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Ryan die? Where
Yeah.
did he?
Yeah.
Why are you so quiet over there, bro?
Hey, bro, look, I missed the fight, so there's not. I
Shit,
can't
you didn't
comment
watch
too
it.
much. Hey, bro, South African
You should.
problems, eh?
You should go check it out. Go check
Yeah.
it out. No,
Nah,
it
well,
was going down, bro. And actually, maybe in the next episode, we can do your reaction to it. Like you can give us your 2 minutes.
okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So look, I think maybe closing off the whole Haney Loma situation, I think there should at least be a rematch. Maybe around November sometime, they do it, or even December. They do it. Whatever fits their fucking schedule, they need to run it back. I know Haney is complaining about the whole weight, wanting to move up to 140. Sharp. Hang on for one more fight because you owe fight fans that much, is what I'm saying. Right? My opinion. And now, in the news this week, Spence and Crawford has been confirmed for the 29th of July this year.
Finally.
Dude.
Going down.
Damn, man.
How many years
Going
is
down.
this fight in the making?
Going down.
Damn.
I was talking shit about it. I was talking shit about it last week, but they proved me wrong, man.
Yeah. Finally got
It's
it done.
finally happening. It's finally happening. Somebody's always gotta go.
Dude, how long
Right?
has this fight been in the making?
Somebody's always gotta go, bro.
Like, how many years, man? How many years?
But I'm glad, man. I'm glad.
Undefeated.
And I think I was talking to Tabang, and he was saying that he feels like it's long past its due date. It's expired. But I still think, gents, this is a fight I want to see. Like, no, I think
No.
right now is the best time for it.
Yep.
As a matter of fact.
Look,
yeah.
I think it would have been better sooner, but this is definitely a fight I want to see.
100%.
You can't miss this. Any fan of boxing wants to watch this fight.
But on that note, who do you guys have your money on? I'll tell you. I'll start.
Okay.
T-Bud.
All right. Why?
I think Terence Crawford's gonna take it, bro.
Why?
Bro, there's just something in that guy's punch, bro. Not many people can stand that guy's punch. That guy, firstly, just looking at all his fights, bro, they're just a masterclass, dude. He just runs a clinic in that, bro. You know, I've seen guys take Errol Spence to tough limits and all of that, and he's always come out at the end and showed that, you know what, forget the accident. I'm still who I am, and this is what I do, right? But
no, that Ugas fight was crazy.
It was crazy.
That Ugas fight was a beating from Spence.
But gents, T-Bud, man, T-Bud is something special, gents. Honestly, I've never seen a fighter. I haven't seen a fighter like that in a while, bro. And there's not many men that can take too many shots from that guy. I don't see Errol Spence doing that. I think the best way for him to try and actually take over this match is to try and control the center of the ring, right? But also I don't see T-Bud trying to give him too much space. You know what I mean? He's also the type of guy to want to control the fight, which makes it even more interesting for me because I see a full-on brawl. I do not see it going the full bout.
A stoppage.
I see a stoppage. I see a
Okay.
stoppage. I see a stoppage in around right about round 8 or 9.
All right, let me throw a spanner in there, right? So Spence is a natural welterweight, right? He walks around in that weight. Bud is a junior welterweight. He's coming up in weight, so Spence is gonna be bigger in that ring, right? But Crawford beat Spence in experience because he's got 39. He's got 39 fights, 0 losses, and about 30 KOs in there, right? So 39, 30 KOs. So he knows how to take people out, right? And then you've got Spence, who's got 28-0, 22 knockouts, 28, 22, right? The original body snatcher, right? So if Spence pushes Crawford backwards and does that body work that he does and imposes himself as the bigger guy, we could see a different fight, right? But if Crawford switches stance on Spence the way he does, where he goes from orthodox to lefty, then Spence is in shit.
Southpaw.
Yeah, southpaw. Oh, it's lefty, bro.
I'll tell you what, bro.
Lefty.
Spence needs to make his chin as non-existent as yours, bro. Every time Tabang lifts his chin up, bro, part of it disappears. Look at it. All right, but what do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go with Crawford as well, if I'm honest. Oh man, the way that guy is so technical, and his ability to switch stances, it gives people so much to work with. I mean, especially because of how flawlessly he switches from one stance to the other. Usually when you see guys switch stances, you see certain weapons aren't as sharp or defense isn't as sharp. But not with him. Defense is good. Combo, it's beautiful, honestly.
He does it mid-combo. Like,
and it's funny.
A combo orthodox and he ends it southpaw.
And it's funny you mentioned body shots because T-Bud's body shots are gruesome.
Yeah.
They're gruesome. So I can't wait, bro.
That's one to look forward to, guys.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I'm sure they're going to be talking smack until that time. So actually they released videos. If we find them, AB, just throw them on, bro.
I'll do that. That pre-fight conference is also going to be lit. Can't wait. And I also can't wait to see who else is fighting on that card. It would be nice if they threw some nice names in there to build it up properly.
Yeah.
Bound to be crazy.
Yeah, I think they've got to. Yeah, no.
Cool. Yeah. And that's boxing for this week, gents.
Yeah, true, man.
Guys, do you know what?
What?
Some of these UFC fighters' names are gonna be a problem. I can already tell you now, bro. Like they're gonna be I'm gonna be pulling shit out of. I mean, guys, look at this past event.
Who you finna talk about, man?
No, look at this past event, bro. On the 20th of May, right? That preliminary card was a mess, bro. Sheesh. But anyway, on to the main card. Mackenzie Dern won that one, right, via decision. Anthony Hernandez won that one via TKO in round 3.
Yeah, good on Hernandez.
That's good on him, man.
Dude,
Good on him.
what's the fight name? Fluffy Hernandez. Dig it, man.
Yeah. We've got Lupita Godinez also that won that via decision. We have Jaqueen Buckley, who won his fight.
Joaquin.
Amen.
Joaquin Buckley.
Jacqueline Buckley does. Hey, don't come for me, bro. Yeah, but he won that one via TKO in round 2. Seems to be a trade for him nowadays, eh?
Yeah, man. Look, he has some good showings.
It looks like it's either TKO or nothing.
Yeah, hey, look. Man's a finisher, bro. I mean, and good on him. Yeah, look. I mean, yes, that guy has some spectacular knockouts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And especially the move down to welterweight, that makes it interesting. Because he was flatlining guys at middleweight. Yo, bro.
Now he's taking
But
all
I
that
think-
power down there, bro.
I think that's the best move for him to have done, bro. He wasn't faring well in that other division.
He says that he was actually a welterweight, but he was managing himself and he couldn't get fights. All the fights he could get were at middleweight. And he basically rode that all the way through to the UFC.
I see.
So he's saying that, all right, now he's coming down to his actual division.
I see. But to close off that main event, we had Diego Ferreira as well coming out with a TKO win in round 2.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a sad one to see, man. Michael Johnson is a fucking veteran, man.
Hey, man.
Man. Oh, dude, he's been around for ages. He's beaten some guys that other people have struggled with. He's been like a genuine staple in the lightweight division. I mean, he briefly went down to featherweight, but not for too long. Luckily, he's back at lightweight. Yeah, man. It's sad to see a guy like that go out, but what a performance by Diego.
Yeah, what a performance. And I think he still has a few fights in him, man. So
Yeah, look, I'm sure he will. He'll
yeah.
probably come back. But yeah, fuck. Wasn't Diego out for a while before this? I haven't seen him fight in a while.
Yeah, he hasn't been on the roster in a while, eh?
Yeah. Check it out. What happened with him?
I wonder.
He had something, right?
I wonder, man. But anyway, moving on, gents. We know that we have a action-packed July since Uncle Dana blessed us with some other hectic news just after Ngannou announced his PFL deal. Whether that's related or not, we'll never know. We'll never know.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, just on that, Dana seems to be a little petty lately. I mean, right after denouncing Ngannou's signing at the post-fight press conference, he then says that the boxing thing with Tyson Fury is like, we don't do gimmicky fights. And then this week, he's got, dude, him and Jones
he even
talking.
spoke shit about the Loma Haney fight.
Yeah, I know. Bro.
He was like, I only found out about it yesterday. Wada. They did a bad job at the media. What, building up the fight. I'm like, bro, you don't have to talk shit about everyone, though.
Yeah, like I don't understand why that's relevant. Like it's a different sport entirely. Like just leave them alone, man.
Yeah, no, but I guess it's the competitive side of him. He wants
I don't
all the
know,
views.
man. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, a little bit just looks like petty attention seeking, if we're being honest. I mean, how do you go say, we're not into gimmicky fights, and then the next week you're talking about Tyson Fury coming to the UFC to fight John Jones? Like,
Did he say that?
yeah, man. He was even saying, because Jones was just like, call Dana, and we'll set up a fight in the UFC. And Dana put out this thing saying, if you're serious, call me. And
That's
it's
That's
just like,
interesting.
yeah, no, it's just like, it's super weird, man. Like, how do you go talking shit about those fights because you had nothing to do with it, to now, all right, let's do the gimmicky shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And why
also
wasn't
found it.
McGregor Mayweather? Why isn't that gimmicky? Because he was
Ask
behind
him.
it. He
No, but he
funded it.
said he didn't want anything to do with it in the
No,
beginning.
but he funded it. He was there. He was promoting the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, I think he saw how much money was involved, and he was just like, well, we'll do this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
No,
I
it's all
didn't
about the money at the end of it.
What I didn't like though was how he was but how he was, he was going off against Francis Ngannou's new contract, bro. I honestly found that to be a bit petty. I don't mind you being competitive on the business front of things, in the sense of putting up fights to try and distract us from the actual thing that's happening, but like the whole talking smack about everything, and then yeah, I don't know, man. I just didn't like that one bit.
Yeah,
Nah.
look, he's got his own business model that he believes in. That gets criticism from everyone, like Jake Paul and them, right? That say the amount of money that he makes on fight night should be shared amongst fighters, but that's not how he works, right? Everyone gets a little bit of this. I think 20% of the purse goes to the fighters and 80% goes to the company. Or what's the actual split?
It's 10%.
Wait. 10% what happened? What?
So the money that they bring in through all their streams of income, 10% goes to the to paying fighters.
Wow.
I couldn't tell you where the other 90% goes, but it goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably. Look,
So
realistically,
of
probably to
course,
marketing.
so of course, then he's gonna talk shit about
Yeah,
other
he has
people's strategies.
He
You know
has
what I
to.
mean?
Yeah, like
Because
realistic.
he's got his own that puts all the money in his pocket.
Yeah, look, realistically, I mean, people like to talk about, oh, Bellator, it's 20%, but realistically, they don't bring in nearly as much numbers as the UFC does. So he doesn't bother entertaining it because there's always that perspective. But now, we've got the PFL buying Bellator as well. So that could make things really interesting because we know Bellator has some really good guys. And now most likely they're going to be signed to PFL. And that's going to be huge for them because one of the main criticisms is, look, there's not a lot of depth in the PFL divisions. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Look,
it's not the UFC, and I mean, what are they at? 700 plus fighters, if not more by now.
but then they are seen as regional, right? Like PFL,
I don't.
Bellator, they're seen as more Asian.
No. Well,
They
Bellator.
haven't really broken into the American market like that.
That's not exactly fair to say. I mean, Bellator has been predominantly in the US. I mean, since they started up, I believe. I mean, realistically, one championship dominates the Asian markets, as they should. I mean, it's a fantastic show. PFL was bought by someone and renamed. Initially, it was the World Series of Fighting, and so they've kind of been going through this development phase, and now they seem to be in the bigger conversation. I would say if one and the UFC were top tier, they would be maybe a second tier looking to move up. And I think that's what we're seeing with the Bellator buy. They're pumping up their divisions, obviously taking a lot of Bellator's fan base, which, look, to be fair, a lot of the fan bases cross over, but they're getting more.
We watch both.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when you can.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be either or, really.
Yeah, it should be just good stuff, man. Like
And I
boxing
mean, what's the problem with watching a UFC fight between Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje, and then the next day watching Francis Ngannou versus someone else?
Absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Even if it's
absolutely nothing wrong, bro.
yeah.
Hey, geez, man, even have it in the same night. I couldn't care. Just, like, let us watch.
That wouldn't be fair at the moment.
Yeah, that would be bad taste. Now we
Oh.
need to go check who started, who did the announcement first, who, like, because someone is being petty in that relationship.
But speaking
Well,
of
look, boxing's tried to take the UFC on, hasn't worked out the best.
and it won't, bro. As
Yeah.
long as fighters in the boxing community in the boxing industry still have to manage themselves and have their own independent promoters, we're going to have a problem. The only reason why things are like this now is because Dana White is just calling the shots and just giving us fights left, right, and center. But look, I mean, just look at the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight. Look how long it took just to get that done. But speaking of Dana White's announcement,
bro.
Yeah. Speaking of Dana White's announcement, he announced Poirier versus Gaethje.
Oh, and for the new BMF title.
BMF.
BMF.
Should this thing be retired?
I feel like it's like let it retire with Masvidal. Like Dana likes to say, he doesn't do gimmicky shit, but then this is very gimmicky. Like
that is, bro. The
like
fact
really
that Dwayne Johnson brought it out was just even more.
Dude, it was so
No, like the whole
it was
thing is
so
a gimmick.
cringe. And
Yeah, the whole thing is a gimmick. I don't know who crowned The Rock a BMF himself. I don't know. Like,
dude,
how did he start representing BMF-ness?
I don't know.
That's when the problem started, and then the shoes
All
came
that
in
juice,
shortly
man.
after.
No, the shoes came first. The
is it?
So that's how he's just like, listen, I'm gonna take my shoes.
Orange,
if you don't
the
let
orange
me do
shoes.
The one Nate Diaz is not a fan of at all.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck with those shoes at all, man.
But yeah, that's fight number 2 between those guys, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. I have been calling for this fight for like 3 years, if not longer. Like, I gotta see that rematch.
My problem is that it's like you're dangling a carrot in front of two guys that want an apple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Those guys are gonna fuck each other up, bro.
I can't wait. And I'm very interested to see how it goes now that we've had the mindset shift from Gaethje. When they fought the first time, it was very obvious Gaethje was out there just to be exciting. I mean, threw caution to the wind, put himself out there to get finished, just to beat people.
But
so
Ryan, let's not put past the fact that Dustin Poirier is in the top 3 best boxers in the UFC.
Oh, man, that's such a tough thing to talk about, man.
And well, that's according to me. Disclaimer.
I don't know, man.
In fact,
there's gonna be a few guys that's gonna want to fight you on that, man.
Hey, man, come at me. I'm joking. But anyway, for me, the top 2.
That was quick.
For me, my top 2 would be between Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. I can't decide who's number 1 or number 2, but if Gaethje is going to want to brawl and stand up throughout the whole fight, of which it might be his best bet because I don't know if he'll win against Poirier on the ground, considering Poirier's jiu-jitsu, right? Maybe the wrestling part, granted, but when it comes to stand-up, I see Poirier putting on a fight again, bro, and taking it because exactly. But as much as Gaethje is dangerous, right? Poirier's boxing is elite, gents. It is elite.
Hey, bro.
As Conor McGregor.
Yep.
too soon?
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
No, not at
He
all,
must
man.
get it. He
Nah.
must get it.
That
Okay.
one's fair game.
In fact, you gotta blow the dust off that one.
Yeah.
Eh?
Well. Listen.
Conor McGregor, speaking of that one.
Oh. Well, he must have just got off the juice because apparently he's going back into the
He's back
USADA
on the
pool.
USADA pool, huh?
That's the only
Yeah.
thing apparently holding him back right now. He hasn't
Oh yeah,
entered,
bro.
which is quite sus to me, bro. What's taking so long, bro?
And the fight is later on this year, isn't it?
Bro, like that. I
November,
think they've already.
December.
Yeah.
I think they've already finished filming, like a while ago already, and we're not seeing that fight anytime soon, man. Because what he has to be in the pool for 6 months first. So I mean, if we're getting that fight, we're getting it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Probably a December card. Maybe even push over into next year.
I like how you guys just decided Conor was juicing.
Bro,
No, but have you seen him
look
though?
at that guy, man.
Come on.
Fuck, he's got to be.
Come on.
If he's not juicing, he's doing some other weird.
Yeah, no.
Like,
no,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. This are kind of fucking fucked up shit, man. And you want to tell me he had the time to get that big as well?
Hey, bro, maybe he was just training his upper body because his legs were broken, bro. I don't know.
I don't buy it, bro.
But, gents, we've also got Pereira and Jan.
Oof.
Oh, man.
Polish power.
Which is obviously Pereira going up a weight division. Hey, guys, did you see that picture
scary,
that's been
man.
circulating with Poatan next to
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury,
Yo, dude. I'll be honest
No,
with you.
I haven't
Tyson
seen
doesn't look that much taller, hey?
bro? And Tyson
Hey, bro,
is
share that shit on WhatsApp. What's going on?
bro. Tyson is pretty huge, bro. And next to Poatan, bro, he looks like a normal guy, dude.
Like
Dude.
Tyson Fury.
Like, yeah, man. Because
haven't seen
Poatan's what? 6'4", I think. 6'4",
Yeah.
6'5".
So it makes you think, how big is Wilder?
Not
Because they were
that
the
big.
same height.
Yeah.
Not that big.
No, they're the same height, right?
No. Fury was, I think, 2 or 3 inches taller.
But it also makes you realize how much of a mammoth of a task Adesanya had in front of him, bro.
Dude.
If that guy came in front of me, bro, I'm telling you, dude.
That's why I think this Jan fight's going to be interesting because now he's not cutting as much weight. He'll probably still cut weight. Because, I mean, they're talking about that guy walking around at like 230 pounds, man. Like, that to go down to middleweight, man.
Yeah, and Poatan doesn't have the body structure of someone who could, like, potentially get massively big, though.
Hey, listen, bro. I wouldn't put anything past that guy. He has such a big, long frame. Like, I would say, depending on his bone density, he could most likely support a lot of mass if he decided that's what he wanted to do.
How do you think he fares against Jan's wrestling?
Oh, he doesn't have a chance, bro.
I think the only thing he has going for him there is now he's had some time to work on it with Glover, who's already fought Jan. So he knows what to do. And from what I've watched in these fights, I think Alex Pereira is a lot stronger than people think.
But, bro, that's what I was going to say. Glover clearly had the weight advantage over Jan, bro. Like, he just sat on Jan, bro, and Jan had no chance of getting out of there. And Poatan doesn't come in with that advantage, bro.
Yeah, fair enough, but he doesn't. Well, that's the thing. He doesn't need that same sort of advantage. I would say the power is most likely or pretty even, if not even. But then you have you have Alex Pereira's striking credentials. I mean.
Yeah, and Jan said he wants to test him out. Did you see that?
Yeah, look, but that's also definitely something to mention. I mean, Jan was able to
kicks, guys.
Oh, dude, he has this. I can still never get over his fight with. Oh, shame, that poor guy that fought John Jones. Oh, Dominic Reyes.
Reyes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'll just never forget. Jan just blasts him with a body kick,
Yeah.
and almost immediately there's a massive toe print in this guy's body.
Yeah. The left
Like-
body kick. That guy's body kicks are
man.
gruesome.
Yeah, and we can't forget he fought Adesanya and he did really well on the
He
feet.
held Adesanya down. Now check this out.
He did.
The first UFC fight between Adesanya and Pereira, Adesanya controlled Pereira on the ground.
Mm.
Now, if Jan is able to control Adesanya and Adesanya is able to control Pereira, then
Well, I could see how you'd make that, but it is. No, look,
But it's
it's the MMA. man.
Ryan, we
No,
all
no,
know,
no,
we
no,
all
no,
know
no.
Pereira's best bet is that stand up, bro.
Look, I'm definitely not fighting you, but comparing the top pressure of Adesanya and Pereira is like it's a weird thing to talk about from different fights. You know, like
Pereira doesn't stand a chance against Jan's wrestling, bro. I don't see that happening.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't see
And the
that
crazy
happening.
thing is, right, you could say Yanni would have to shoot for the takedown, but he doesn't have to. If he has Pereira against the cage, he can literally just drag him onto the ground and do whatever the hell he wants to do, bro. You know?
Yeah.
And he's a natural light heavyweight, by the way.
Yeah. He is.
Right, so he's already heavy.
Well, look, to be fair, Alex Pereira is probably a light heavyweight himself. That guy was just cutting way too much weight.
Yeah, but he hasn't fought at light heavyweight.
No, yeah.
The different story altogether.
Hey, man, you can put on weight. It won't give you wrestling and jiu-jitsu powers, though.
That's fair, but he's talking about the size at play.
Yeah.
I mean,
now you're not even as fast, right?
What do you mean? He'll be faster.
Because you carry more weight.
Yeah, but he's going to be fresher. He's going to take a shot better. Not having to cut all that weight.
Guys, this is never going to end. I'm going to the next one. Yo! Moving on.
Yes.
Okay.
Gents, this is a tough one for me, right? Ferguson versus Green.
Oh, I like
The
it.
reason I say this is a tough one, gents, don't get me wrong, I still believe there's still fights in Ferguson, right? But
No,
listen,
Ferguson should go coach.
This is what I'm saying. After that fight with Nate Diaz, having it go the way it went, I honestly think that it's time to perhaps hang up the gloves or keep fighting, that's fine, but I don't think Green is the fighter to take him on. I think I think there was a better fight to put up Green for and a better fight to put Ferguson for.
But who do you make Ferguson fight now?
Unless it was like a retirement fight. Yeah, that's another thing, right?
Jim Miller. There you go. That's the fight to make, man.
Yeah, but we don't know, man. I mean, Green, I'm not saying Green is going to come out there and just make a show out of it, because he's also been struggling lately to just find his footing, right? To just he's got what it takes, but I think he's just trying to find his sea legs. Is that what they call it? Right.
No.
I don't know, man.
What do you?
Ferguson shouldn't fight.
Yeah, look.
He should have quit with Nate.
Yeah, but you know, Tony Ferguson's not going to do that.
Do you guys know how many more fights he's left with in the UFC?
I don't, eh?
Because if this is his farewell fight, it would make sense, right? You give Adesanya to Anderson Silva, that's fine. Give Green Ferguson, that's okay. But if it's really like a contention, like hey, let's
be honest.
Honestly,
this is not a contention fight.
And that's respect to Al Kakui, bro. But like, yeah,
you gotta tell it. You gotta tell it as it is, bro.
But here's another guy who reminds me of Green, actually, where I don't really know where to place him. He's got so much potential, but he does have a lot of work to do, is Kevin Holland versus Chiesa.
Oh, wow, that'll be interesting. Yeah, Chiesa has a phenomenal ground game. That's going to be a pretty interesting one to watch because we've seen Kevin Holland battle with guys on the ground. He is a jiu-jitsu black belt, but we haven't really got to see him use it much.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, he is a bit of a clown. So for all we know, his jiu-jitsu could be good, and he's just been keeping it to himself. But we'll have to see what happens with that. It could be an exciting fight. Maybe.
Look,
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what Khamzat did to him on the ground, but Khamzat would do that to most people. But with most guys, Holland has been able to just get up, right? He's been able to use his grappling to at least get back on his feet and do what he loves best, which is striking.
I agree. Yeah.
And we also have Wonder Boy going against Pereira.
Oh, I've been waiting for this fight. This is an awesome fight.
I love Wonder Boy.
Oh,
he can never go wrong in my eyes, man.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy should also
Bruh.
go.
You must what?
No, listen. Leave Wonder Boy to do what he likes.
No,
man.
bro.
He's such a nice guy. Leave him.
Let him
he's
be.
got
Not
a-
only that,
he
but
should go teach Taekwondo.
no, but he's still showing a high level of
That's
performance.
just rude, bro. That's he's a fucking karate guy.
But yeah, guys, that's all from us. We're looking forward to a lot of more fights. I had a very, very fun time chatting to the fellas, and we really appreciate you guys tuning in from wherever you're watching from. Please do leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about the fights that we speak about, and let us know if you want to join us on the next episode if you've got some valuable input, man. We don't mind. We're just having fun. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. Signing out.
Let's go.